We were learning about the machine independent assembler features, and in previous videos we have learned about the some features like the literals, symbol defining statements, and also expressions. Literals will be like we used equal to symbol in front of the equal to C or equal to X will be used to specify any literals, and for symbol defining statements we used some directives like org and org and eq. Those symbols were used in order to define any symbols. Then related to expressions, we said that it will be having some operators used, and also some terms will be used in the form of constants or user-defined symbols, or any special terms like star, in which the star, it indicates, if the star is placed in the operand field, then it indicates the current value of the location counter, which means the symbol or the term will be using the current value of the location counter. So then some examples also we have seen, like maxlen eq, buffen minus buffer, which means an expression is there and some terms or the user defined symbols are used, like buffen and buffer, which will be defined elsewhere, and the operation will be performed, result will be stored in max length. Then STAB, a data structure used to store the symbols. It is reserved for storing some values like symbol, value of those symbol, and the type of the symbol will be stored. That means earlier we have seen one example regarding that. STAB will be having three fields: symbol, value, and the type of the symbol, and some size will be mentioned in order to it will be storing some 100 entries, like that. Some size also will be mentioned, and in that data structure itself we have said that 6 bytes will be for storing the symbol name, 3 to store the value, and 2 to store the information regarding the type. So total size will be like 6 plus 3 plus 2 into the maximum entries, which means whether it is 100, 110 or anything like that, the maximum entries. So that much bytes will be reserved for the data structure STAB. Okay, so this is how the expression can be utilized in order to assign some values or to reserve some space also. So here, by using the expressions in the operand field, there is a chance of relocation problems that will be caused, and so how this relocation will be caused means it will be based on the values. So values of the terms that is given in the operand field, it can be either absolute or relative. Absolute means it will be independent of the program location, which means in the operand field, if it is a constant, means it will not get affected if any relocation is being done. In case of relative means it will be based on the beginning of the program, which means in the operand field, if any address label is placed, or if there is any star which will be depending on the LOC-CTR value, in such cases, while the relocation is being done or the program is relocated to some other memory location, then what happens? A relocation should be done for those labels. So since the values of terms, it is absolute, it can be absolute or relative. Similarly, expressions also can be treated as absolute or relative. So in case of absolute expression means it will be having only the absolute terms. Relative terms in pairs with opposite signs for each pair. So only absolute terms will be there, and relative terms in pairs will be there with the opposite signs. In such case, the expression will be treated as an absolute expression. Then relative expression will be relative. How? All the relative terms except one can be paired as described in the absolute. The remaining unpaired relative term must have a positive sign. So if any expression that is not paired, and is having a positive sign will be treated as a relative expression. So no relative terms may enter into multiplication or division operation. In case of multiplication or division operation, no such relative expressions will be used. Expressions that do not meet the condition of either absolute or relative will be flagged as errors. Okay, if the expression is not coming under the either absolute nor relative, then they will be treated as the errors. Okay, so those expressions will be considered to be as illegal expressions. So legal expressions will be like the values will be meaningful when the program is relocated. Else it will be returning some error. Then how the expressions will be handled. To find the type of the expression, we must first keep track the type of the symbols that is being used. So in order to keep track of those symbols, together with this symbol and value of the symbol, as earlier we have said, it will be having a type also. So a flag will be set to indicate the type. Type means either whether it is relative or whether it is absolute. So in this case, see, RETADR, it is said as relative, and max length is said as absolute. Okay. So relative and absolute expressions. So in this case, relative means it will be based on the starting address of the program, and absolute will be like that it is independent of the starting address. Okay, 1000 means it is having a length 1000 bytes. Root address means it is having a address 0030, which will be changed based on the starting location of the program. Then another example for this SymTab, we have come across some SymTab and LitTab earlier. So SymTab will be having the names of the symbols that will be used and the corresponding values. So the values will be the addresses. And LitTab will be like, it will be having the literals that is being used, its corresponding object code and value will be stored. Memory location, how much it will be allocated, and where it is being stored, those things will be stored in the LitTab. So this will be related to the expressions. Then next concept next feature related to machine independent feature is program blocks, in which it allows the generated machine instructions and data to appear in the object program in a different order by separating blocks for storing code, data, stack and larger data block. So it helps in segmenting the code or the data that is stored, which means we will be separating the block of statements into 3 sections, which is code segments, data segments and stack segments. For example, here you can see this example. So you will be that is a default, or the main program will be treated as the default block, and that is this copy first C loop and file till here, it will be treated as a default block, and then some data will be stored, like it is reserved for storing some small data. Small data is reserved for storage that will be coming under the next block, and here in this program it is named as CData. So in order to distinguish between the different blocks, we make use of an assembler directive called as use. So use CData means it will be using a block named as CData. Use, if no name is mentioned, means it will be treating as a default block. Okay, so default block will be having the number as 0. Then use CData, the block number will be given as 1, and use C blocks, block number will be given as 2. Okay, so C block, that is the third variety of block. It consists stack section or the larger data block section. It will be called as the larger data block section or the stack section. In this case, it will be used for preserving a larger byte of data, larger storage of data to reserve. It divides it into another block as larger data block section or stack section. Okay, perpendicular stack. So use without name, it indicates default block. Use with the name, it indicates some data block. So program blocks. Next feature what we are going to learn, we are learning now is program blocks and control sections. Program blocks, it will be treated as segments of code that are rearranged within a single object program unit. In control sections, segments of code that are translated into independent object program units. So that we'll be learning in the next topic. Then in order to implement the program blocks, we make use of use directive, and use, and the syntax will be like use the name of the block. So at the beginning, statements are assumed to be a part of the default block, which will be left as unnamed, and if no use statements are included, the entire program it will be treated as a single block. If any use statement is used, then the upcoming statements after the use will be treated as a separate block till the next use is being encountered. Each program block may actually contain several separate segments of the source program. Equivalent to our C program. So we will be having, if some subroutines are there, means we are defining some blocks. Subroutine separate blocks, main is treated as some other separate blocks. Here also, but what we are doing is declaration part is there and executable statement separate part is there. So here what executable statements comes under the default block, then the data declarations or the definitions will be coming under the CData, and the larger data declarations it will be coming under stack section. Now that is C blocks. 3 blocks: default section, data section, small data section, and larger data section, which is also called stack section. So what does this do? Assemble, rearrange these segments to gather together the pieces of each block and assign addresses. Separate the program into blocks in a particular order. Larger buffer area is moved to the end of the program, and program readability is better if data areas are placed in the source program close to the statements that reference them. 3 blocks. Default, it includes the executable instruction. CData, it has the data areas that are less in length. C blocks, that consist of larger blocks of memory. So it will be having, in this example we are having using 3 blocks which is dedicated for executable instruction storage, small data storage, and larger data block storage.